How's it going, everyone, and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Mike Stark, and in today's video I'd like to talk to you all about a little film that I watched last night called Halloween Ends, directed by David Gordon Green, starring Jamie Lee Curtis reprising her role as Laurie Strode, Andy Matichak as Allison, what was her name? As Allison, and Rohan Campbell as Casey Cunningham. But yes, this is the third installment in the Halloween remake, reboot of Halloween. And I'd like to talk to you a little bit about it. The pros, the cons, what I liked, what I didn't like. But having said that, this holds a 39% on Rotten Tomatoes. It didn't do so well. Audience scored it a 50, I think it was 57 or 59. And yeah, $20-30 million budget, $64 million gross. So Halloween movies, they do all right, you know. It is based on the original John Carpenter's Halloween. So John Carpenter, the originals, I know far surpass these remakes, but yeah, I definitely think that they could have done a lot more with it. Having said that, it was written and produced with a group of other people, but Danny McBride from Eastbound and Down and Vice Principals and The Righteous Gemstones, he actually had his hand making this, which is phenomenal, and he's really a talented individual. But anyways, so it stars the actors that I have just mentioned. So I'm going to tell you all about the story now, and I'll give you my overall score. So the movie, they return to Haddonfield, of course, and the main, I guess you could say, the protagonist of the film, Corey Cunningham, who plays Rohan Campbell, it opens up with this character. He is in his late teens, maybe 18, 19, although he looks like he's as old as I am, 30. He's babysitting this kid, and they talk about the boogeyman being Michael Myers, or the Thing. And he gets locked in this room, kicks the door open, and accidentally hits the kid in the head. That locks him in there as a joke. The kid goes flying over the railing of the second story or third story of the house that he's babysitting in. Kid goes flying to his death, hits the floor. You know, this guy after that becomes mentally disturbed. Works at this junkyard, but ever since that occurrence, yeah, he kind of it really affected him, and he really becomes disturbed. So after that, you see a bit of Laurie Strode throughout the film, but this guy is the main protagonist, you know, and this kid that works at the junkyard, he gets bullied by some kids at a gas station, and Laurie Strode comes to his rescue. She pulls out a knife, gives it to this kid. He punctures the tires, takes the kid to this hospital so he can get stitched up because he gets into a fight with his bullies. Then you see Andy Matichak, Allison. She's there. She's a nurse. She falls in love with this guy, but yeah, you don't really see Michael Myers until way later in the film, probably the final act of the film, which is about 3/4 into it. And yeah, this kid first comes into contact with Michael Myers when the bullies catch up with him one night and throw him off this bridge, leave him for dead. They think he's dead, and the kid, you know, ends up waking up, and he goes into this, I don't know what you call them, canals, sewer, these big sewers where you can walk through, and then Michael Myers is there, just hanging around like a weirdo. But yeah, from there, this kid wants to get revenge on his bullies, and he kind of works with Michael Myers in getting these bullies. So they kind of took a different turn on this in the realm of slasher films. But yeah, I'm not gonna continue on by telling you more about this movie because it's gonna spoil it. But in my opinion, it is the least of my favorite Halloween films. Now, in my opinion, my favorite Halloween film, now this is probably gonna piss off a lot of people, but it's not the third Halloween, Season of the Witch, which was a good Halloween movie. I think the best one, in my opinion, would have to be Halloween H2O. I think because I grew up with it, Halloween H2O and Halloween The Curse of Michael Myers, which I think was the 5th installment in the original Halloween series. For me, I grew up with those ones, and then way later I watched the original Halloween, and then the second one, and then the third one. But yeah, in my opinion, that's my favorite. It's not a favorite horror movie of mine in general. I am a huge Hellraiser fan. Hellraiser, Freddy Krueger, and just, yeah, some miscellaneous hit and miss horror movies like The Lost Boys. But yeah, so in my opinion, I give this movie a solid 6.57 out of 10, as they could have done a lot more with it. But it is Halloween Ends, and you do see at the end of the movie why it's called Halloween Ends, but I'm not going to spoil it because it would ruin the movie if you haven't seen it. But it really does end in this one. But then again, they'll bring it back. Halloween Ends Part 1 of 1, Halloween Ends Part 2 of 2, Halloween Ends Part 3 of 3. And then it just keeps going, because that's the way these horror movies are, you know, until they reach a point where it goes to shit. Halloween in space, Michael Myers, you know, in a fucking astronaut suit, but that's about it. Anyways, folks, I'm gonna end this video here by saying thank you all for watching. If you haven't watched my last video, I'll put a link in the description, and if you haven't subscribed, please do, because it really helps with this channel, but you'll also miss out on a lot of cool content that I have coming up. But also, before I forget to mention, thank you all to my current subscribers for supporting this channel. I'm one away from 250 subscribers, so whoever out there wants to make my day, subscribe to this channel so I can reach 250. And I'm going to leave this video here. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't like it, just do it to help out this channel. Yeah, otherwise you can go get fucked, and it's alright. Comment me down below if you have any questions, and also let me know your favorite Halloween in the Halloween franchise, series, whatever. This Halloween movie has a solid runtime of 111 minutes. 111 minutes solid runtime. Cool slasher. Definitely a cool one to check out. Not the greatest, but what do? Most movies in this day and age are poo. Anyways, folks, I'll catch you all next time. Mike Star signing off saying have a good night, and I'll see you all next time, folks. See ya!